Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. Today's video is all about making your own premium seed starting and potting up mix from products that are available off the shelf. Now, real quick, I want to just say that I'm not affiliated with Jiffy Mix or with Burpee, but we're going to be using their products. This is a cocoa coir brick, 100% cocoa coir, and this is the Jiffy Mix, which I do recommend. It is peat-based. Cocoa coir and peat moss have their pros and cons. You can just decide, what's best for you. All my seed starts here have been started in a Jiffy Mix. Sometimes I make my own. I will link that video in the video description. That's the cheapest way to do it, and the mix that I make really copies the Jiffy Mix. However, you have to buy stuff in bulk. You need a place to store it, and it's a bit of work, and a lot of people don't want to do that. So today's video is focused on off-the-shelf products to make a premium seed starting mix and potting up mix. Love the Jiffy Mix. This has been sitting in here for a couple of days. Well saturated, stays dark, holds moisture, nice and loose, fluffy, does all good things. However, because it holds so much moisture, being under the grow light, sometimes you get, an algae bloom and growth. That doesn't really hurt the plants, but it does concern people at times. It also holds a lot of moisture, which for like 95% of the plants is fine. However, when you pot up, sometimes it's nicer if the mix dries. Cocoa coir itself, 100% cocoa coir, I've experimented with, and I've used it just straight cocoa coir with a little bit of vermiculite in there to hold some moisture. Seeds don't grow as well in straight cocoa coir when compared to the Jiffy Mix with peat moss and vermiculite. But blending them together gives you a better mix. And this is the mix I'm going to show you in the next part of the video of how to mix. Look how beautiful that is. This was made last night. It's already starting to dry on the top. And the reason that's important is because your seed starting mixes always dry from the top down. When the top dries, less risk of fungus issues, less risk of algae. This is a mix of one bag of the Jiffy Mix, 12 quarts, and one of the cocoa coir bricks, which is right here, which expands to 8 quarts. So it's like a 3-to-2 ratio. More Jiffy Mix, more peat-based. But you end up with this really nice looking stuff that holds water, loose, fluffy. It is the most inexpensive way to use products off the shelf. Not the bulk stuff that I talk about in my other videos that you can make yourself. That's cheaper. But if you're buying off the shelf, you can get the Jiffy Mix, a cocoa coir brick, blend it together. It's going to expand to about 20 quarts. When you pick up a container, you want your container to be at least 6 gallons, 7 gallons, so that it holds the expanded product. All in all, this cost probably, I don't know, $12 to $14 to make. The Jiffy bags, I sell these, I don't sell these, but they're on my Amazon shop. For whatever reason, the Jiffy Mix is really expensive on Amazon. It's like $14 or $15. You can get a 12-quart bag, $7 to $9 at the big box stores. And you can find the Burpee brick or cocoa coir bricks from anywhere from for 8 quarts, it'll expand to 8 quarts, $3.50 to $4.50. So you put that price together, you're talking, I don't know, again, $12, $14. That's a lot of starting mix, but it's the best stuff you'll find. If some company ever made a blend that looked like this, everybody would want it, but you got to make your own. You don't want to buy, and I will link a video in the video description again, that talks about picking up potting mixes and starting mixes that have things in it called forestry product, processed wood. You don't want shredded wood ever in your seed starting mixes. It just doesn't work. It's garbage, basically. But here we go. Jiffy Mix, brick of cocoa coir, blend it together. You've got the best stuff you could use off the shelf. All right, it's really important, and I've been talking about this for years and have lots of videos on this already, but I want to show you a nice blend of mix you can make for seed starting by buying packaged goods. This way, you don't have to spend a lot of money buying big bulk items, making your own. That is the cheapest way, but a lot of us don't have the time or space to do that. So you can go out to the store, buy a couple of products, blend them together, and you have an outstanding seed starting mix. Before we get started, I am going to link in the video description a quick video about garbage seed starting mix, basically stuff that has wood in it. You don't want that. If you buy those products and they say all these kind of fancy things on the label about being renewable, maybe having Premier cocoa coir in it and some other products, if it contains forestry product, shredded wood, it's garbage. Please don't use it. I mean, if you do, you're basically wasting your money. You want to use peat moss, vermiculite, cocoa coir. A lot of people don't like peat moss because they feel it impacts the environment in a certain way, and I understand that. A lot of people say cocoa coir is a great replacement, and it is maybe a better replacement. Cocoa coir comes from the coconut husks of, the coconut nut, versus peat moss, but cocoa coir is tremendously labor intensive for energy and processing and water use. So they're really not both not best for the environment, but you have to pick and choose what you want to use. I like this because Jiffy Mix is peat moss. It has cocoa coir in there, vermiculite, and some lime to balance out the pH. This is just straight cocoa coir. Instead of using just Jiffy Mix, which is more peat moss over and over again, I do make a blend at times when I can find stuff on sale. This bag of 12 quarts of Jiffy Mix is going to cost you anywhere from $7 to $9 at the big box stores, depending on where you look. And then you can get a brick of cocoa coir compressed. It expands to 8 quarts. This is 12 quarts. When you're all said and done, you have over 20 quarts of material, and this is going to cost you $3.50 to $4.50, depending on where you buy it. So let's just say at the higher end, for 13 bucks, you're going to get 20 plus quarts of material. The key is, because peat moss can have fungus gnat eggs in it, you want to use boiling water, and that's what you can maybe hear, but there's the boiling water. I get a nice container, and the cool thing about the cocoa coir is because it's so processed, there's really nothing in there that's bad. It's just sterile, there's no soil life, and there's an extremely low, if any, risk of having fungus gnats in there. So I put the cocoa coir brick down in the bottom. On top, it's going to go, and that's going to expand to 8 quarts. This is the 12 dry quarts of the Jiffy Mix, which is peat moss, vermiculite. Do this when your wife is not home so she doesn't yell at you about spilling everywhere. So it's peat moss, vermiculite, and some cocoa coir in there. You want to hydrate the peat moss with the boiling water so the fungus gnat eggs get killed. And you want to use a lot of it. People sometimes under water with hot water the starting mix, and it causes a problem. By keeping that cocoa coir brick down there, it's going to absorb the excess water, but you're going to get enough heat into here for it to kill off the fungus gnat eggs. Let me show you that process. We're going to do a couple of things to keep the heat in so that this really becomes a sterile mix. Nothing is living in here, and that's fine. You don't need soil life for starting seeds indoors or in your greenhouse. Boiling water, and we are just going to really pour a ton in there. You see that it's all floating. That's what you want. And then I go in, and you just spend a lot of time, don't disturb the cocoa coir brick below, mixing the peat-based Jiffy Mix together really well until it's all nice and dark. Now you can see as we mix it, the cocoa coir is starting to break up. The seed starting mix is nice and dark. And what you're going to do is be careful. Use a glove if you don't want to risk it. But it's hot, but we're going to pack down the Jiffy Mix around the coir block. That's going to keep the heat in. And we're going to take a little bit more, and we're just going to pour it right onto the coir brick and around. So that hot water really seeps down. We've got the hot water in there, boiling water, off to a great start. There's one more thing you can do. If you've ever had fungus gnats, you know what misery they bring to your indoor seed starts. So you really, really want to do this. Next step, aluminum foil over this. You can see the coir is starting to pop up Again, because that is so heavily processed, there's really very little risk, if any, again, of fungus gnats being in there. You see the steam still coming up? Just put a piece of foil over it, maybe 2 pieces if you have a bigger container. You're going to need another piece right there. And that's just going to keep the heat in there. And this is probably going to stay warm for, a good hour. It's going to be hot. You couldn't use it. Maybe 3-4 hours later, it's cooled down. You can mix everything together. Have some boiling water, on the stove. If the core isn't fully hydrated, you can add in a little bit more boiling water to the mix it through. But this is going to be free of fungus gnats. It's going to be perfect to use. So if you want to, plant your seeds, you're going to want to do this, 3, 4, 5 hours before you get to seed starting. So everything is cooled down, but it's sterile. Let's see how it looks in a bit. Come back after it's cooled down. Do this a couple hours before you're going to use it, or the day before. And you can see the core brick has totally absorbed the water. You're going to see some dry spots in there, like right here. That's okay. That's why you want the extra boiling water on the stove in case you need it. Most of it, I put in a lot of water into here, a lot of boiling water. So most of this should just crumble up. You can get your hand in there. It's still warm. And just mix it through. Let me do that. Here's a piece of dried core. And again, it crumbles up nicely. And just mix that into everything. The moisture will get absorbed. And we're not worried again about fungus gnat eggs or any kinds of fungus or issues with the cocoa core because it's so heavily processed. This stuff looks pretty good. And the ratio again ends up being like a 3-to-2 ratio. 12 quarts peat, 8 quarts cocoa core. That's pretty good stuff for seed starting, for potting up. This makes a really nice potting up mix. There's nothing woody in here. Don't buy those seed starting mixes or potting mixes that have processed wood in it. They call it forestry product. Anything that mentions wood in the ingredients, don't use. This is what you want. Really nice looking. All right, so let's set up some seed cells with this product. Morning of the next day, the mix looks great. And again, the Jiffy Mix, I'm using it here, just straight Jiffy Mix, works really well. Holds moisture, loose, fluffy, sometimes holds moisture just a little bit too long, but it's expensive in my opinion to use the Jiffy Mix as your potting up mix also. And by blending the core brick with the Jiffy Mix, I think you get a better product. Everybody doesn't want to do this, but if you do, you can just make something with 2 off-the-shelf products, so to speak, that's just wonderful. This is really, really good stuff, and it makes a great potting up mix. So you don't have to go and buy a potting up mix. You can just do the brick, the Jiffy Mix, you've got both. Setting up the cells is pretty straightforward. Here's a larger cell. I sell all these at my seed and garden shop too. And again, if you want to find the core bricks, check out my Amazon shop. The Jiffy Mix is expensive on Amazon, so I would get it at a big box store. You fill the cell, press it in. You want a nice, stable starting base for your seeds and stuff. And then you fill it again, and you just give it a press. Maybe if it goes down too far, you just throw in a little bit more. This is a great starting base for your seeds. The smaller cell, and the reason that I want to show you this is because it's nice and fine. That's part of the issue with cocoa core. Tremendous amount of energy and processing has to be done to really shred the cocoa core, the coconut husk down to something like this. That's why it's not as great for the environment as you might think. Maybe it's better than peat moss. Again, I'll let you decide, but using a blend of both works. Fill it up, press it in, and then you kind of overload it and just press it down. And you've got a great base to start. The core mix and the Jiffy Mix is going to, or the peat mix, is going to dry more quickly on the top. Press it in. That helps prevent damping off disease and stuff like that. However, again, you don't have to run out and make this if you don't want to, but it will save you money, and I think it's a little bit better of a product than just straight Jiffy Mix by itself. And in the past, I've grown in straight cocoa coir. It doesn't really do well. You need to blend the peat moss into it. So this is the premium mix that you can make yourself from products you can get off of Amazon, off the shelf, and it's better than anything that you're gonna find out there. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. You can get a lot of seed starting supplies there. Please subscribe, follow me, teach you how to start everything indoors, get it outside, and help you have a better experience, hopefully, in your garden. Always leave a question in the comments. I'll be glad to answer it. And I'm doing all kinds of different cool things, even growing mushrooms in wood pellets. Right now I'll be doing more videos on that. But now's a great time to get your seeds started, and the Jiffy Mix and the cocoa coir really make a premium product.